I'm Paul Booth, Senior Lecturer in Film in the School of Art. Recently I've been flipping my classes, and flipping classes means I'm producing resources such as websites, links, video resources, video lectures, and taking clips from different parts of the internet as open education resources, putting these together as HTML5 packages and sending them out to my classes. So in this way it means I can give video lectures in advance while students can access these lectures on laptops, on desktop PCs, on mobile phones. So it really does give very much a sense of true blended learning, but also the ability to offer mobile learning as well, as 60% of students now access the internet directly from their mobile phones. In terms of the flipped class, what it allows me to do is make much more of the classroom time I spend with students. So instead of a didactic lecture where I deliver the lecture, students go away, this means I can flip my class in terms of providing the lecture in flexible terms on the students' own times and providing resources around these lecture materials. Once students come back into class in workshops and seminars, it means all the problems and the questions brought up by the lecture resources are brought directly into class, where we can discuss these resources, these problems, any issues, and really strengthen the classroom time we have together. With the flipped lecture materials, in class time it's much stronger. This means when students attend the seminars and workshops, everybody's on the same page. Some students have been through the online lectures a number of times, and they'll raise questions. Additionally, within the lecture resources, I provide a quiz. So students go through the quiz, answer the quiz, and then in my own time, I'll take the answer to the quiz and then find areas where there's problems. So look at students' engagement with the quiz, look at questions which people seem to get wrong, or to provide different answers or solutions for, and then the quiz is taken into the class and we can review the resources or the information from the quiz and start to break down the information. To introduce these materials, I use Moodle as our learning management system, but also develop networks and communities. First and foremost, these are Facebook. So these are networks that students already use. I'll build a community on Facebook and provide links to the resources through these, which means students can access the resources anywhere and at any time and use Facebook as a forum to discuss the resources and communicate with each other. In terms of using these resources, I think one of the key things is really community, in terms of opening up these resources outside of Moodle and other areas and putting Creative Commons licenses on them, using them as open education resources, and seeing what communities build around the resources and seeing what knowledge base will build around these communities. In terms of shared practice, my own background is as a filmmaker, so to produce video clips and the online resources in terms of technical needs isn't much of a constraint for me, but for members of staff who've not got the same technical background, there's a number of different options to produce these, and this could be as basic as creating PowerPoint presentations or as complex as coding your own website. My advice would be to use a HTML5 slide editor where you can drag and drop clips on there. Additionally, think about setting up your clips in terms of building a makeshift studio, whether it's at home, whether it's in work, preferably with a colleague who can help. Finally, you could think about using something as basic as a WordPress site, and these can be used for free. So in terms of your video lectures and resources, they can all be hosted on this site. Again, part of the process is really finding, exploring and understanding open education resources, and these resources can come from anywhere. It can be something as basic as a website, something like a library archive, or tutorial clips which already exist on YouTube. And it just means you build your own work into these and around these to give a cohesive program. To build the resources does take a long time. Filming yourself, which can be quite a daunting task over many takes, also in terms of presentation style and the quality of materials. However, once each course is built, it means these can be used over and over again, and in a much stronger manner. Links within these courses are embedded, so we can change the videos at any time or at any point. We can change the quiz. The resources are there forever. So it means over a period of, like say, weeks, months, or even years, it means I can keep coming back to these resources and saving time, making it more economical on each round. For instance, the course I'm building this for at the moment, next year I have to run that course twice to approximately 80 students. So this will save me hours and hours and hours when it comes to next year, because all these resources are pre-built. And also in terms of this year, I've tested the resources on a number of students, so I can fine-tune those more for next year and strengthen my teaching and the quality of teaching.
If you would like to take part in the Good Practice Exchange, you can go to celt.mmu.ac.uk/goodpractice/contribute and tell us about your project or idea.